Yes, good morning, friends. I feel uh, it is my great pleasure today to start uh, your long-standing pending syllabus subject banking and finance, financial analysis. Let me introduce you myself because I'm taking the first class online to all of you. Myself, Dr. Basaraj Kuchman, the Associate Professor in the Department of Management Studies, Belagavi, VTU, Vishweshwara Technological University, PG Center, Belagavi. I'm also heading the position of a chairmanship to coordinate the teaching, learning, and evaluation process in the department. Unfortunately, because of certain personal problems, I could not be able to start my lecture series. But now I would like to start the introduction part of the subject banking and financial services. It is a dual specialization in finance. Any student from marketing, HR who is opting finance as one of the specializations in the dual component has to study this subject. As you all know that finance is the life and blood of every business. Managing finance is the most important task in any management process. In order to create an awareness to the student of management who either takes up management profession as a job or who applies management skills for entrepreneurship activities like starting his own business, need to have a knowledge relating to financial aspects. Therefore, this subject has been introduced to create an awareness to the students of management regarding the banking and financial services available in the country. The basic objective of this course is to understand and structure and functions of a central and commercial banking in India and to learn the functions of various financial services in India. This subject six units, covers 6 units, giving you the insights relating to each part of the financial activities. The first unit covers the structure of banking in India. I feel it is a more common and general knowledge subject which is essential not only for the students of management but for the students of economics or the students of commerce of any stream in the country. This unit covers the functions of Reserve Bank of India, structure and functions of the commercial banks, monetary systems, sources of funds, qualitative and quantitative measures of the credit control, banking sector reforms, bank performance analysis, and future of banking theory. Unit 2 covers the commercial banking structure, functions, primary and secondary functions, role of commercial banks, socio-economic development, etc. Unit 3 covers the merchant banking. Unit 4 covers non-banking financial corporations. Unit 5 covers credit rating and venture capital. Unit 6 is a mutual fund related discussion. So in total, this financial services, banking and financial services subject provides you the insights relating how fund inflows in the business, how you can accumulate the funds for your business, which are the various financial services available around us. And as a profession also, as an entrepreneurial activities also, you can develop your businesses in the fields of banking and financial activities. So this subject gives you the general idea regarding the financial activities carried out in the country. The basic of outcome after studying this subject is there are four important outcomes of this subject. Is the student will be acquainted to various banking and non-banking financial services in India. Once he studies this, he will acquaint with all that financial and non-financial banking activities and non-financial banks. The student will understand the activities of the merchant banking and credit rating. The credit rating and merchant banking activities he will come to know. The student will be equipped to understand microfinancing and financial services in India. The student will understand how to evaluate and compare lease and hire purchase kind of a things. You know that Model 3 specially focuses on some of the problems that you have to solve where there are certain kinds of decision making activities relating to hire purchase and leasing. Many a time, uh, a business will be under a dilemma whether to purchase an asset for the business or whether to hire or take it on a rental basis. Which one would be what called as beneficial? So, based on the profit returns or based on the inward inflow of the cash, we decide the one which is having the highest profit will be decided. So based on time value of money and all that, we need to calculate these options and find out which is the better one. So these kind of problems will be available in merchant banking and in some of the units. So we will see these in a different lectures in days to come. Okay, I'll start with my first lecture series shortly. So thank you one and all.